it's Yvette from Ant Healing and Wellbeing. I hope you are extremely happy and healthy and that you've been enjoying this amazingly wonderful spring day. It's quite unusual to see sunshine in the UK this early in the year, but it looks absolutely beautiful. I'd like to start this session by just reading a message that a good friend of mine, Caroline Lowings, sent this morning. Caroline channels the Council of 12. She does have her own blog, and I will write the details below for anybody who's interested to go and have a look. I definitely recommend that. There's some really inspiring stuff that comes through on a daily basis, both about the ascension and about the event. So they say, we are here. We are holding your hand through your anxiousness. Now is not the time for anxiety and doubt. Now is the time for clarity of thought, for the new beginning that is coming. We are supporting you. We are loving you and keeping you safe. We are one. Remember that energy connects us even in a time of physical separation. So send out your energy of love by the day, by the hour, by the minute. Keep the frequency high to help to heal and to bring you all closer together. You will feel it when you practice this. Stay close in your hearts. Practice. Become a master at it. You can do it. It is there for you. Raise consciousness, and with it, raise humanity. Just want to send so much love and gratitude to the Council of 12 and to Caroline for that. Thank you. So today's session was a fantastic chap that came to see me. He is awakened and he wanted further information really about his current path, about past healing, ancestral healing. So I'll begin. So when he came off the cloud, he was in a sandy area and he felt like it felt quite similar to Utah. Do you feel that you're in a body? I feel like I'm me. So just look down at the ground, the sand. What do you see? Do you have any feet? I can't see anything. What else is around you? I just see the stacks of rocks that have formed. The rest is pretty arid and red. What's the weather like there? It's hot. So is anybody else around you? No. Do you feel safe there at all? Yes, I feel like I'm deserving of it. So just look around. Is there a particular area you feel drawn to go towards? I guess there's a particular stack of rocks that's a lot larger than the rest. Yeah, great. Let's move towards that stack. Describe to me what's happening. Well, I'm not walking, I'm floating. Very good. Fairly slow pace, but there's nothing specific that I'm drawn to, just a recognisable rock formation. As you look up, describe to me what you can see now. It's a pretty blue sky. Just look down and see or sense if you have a physical body. No, I still don't see one. Do you feel that you are energy? Maybe it's just a memory of this place, though I haven't been. Is it possible to get up the rocks? Or can you see a route up? Yes. So what does that feel like to go up the rocks? I kind of jumped to the top of it and I'm looking back to where I was before. Fantastic. So what can you see from there now? It's just an expanse of desert, but fewer rocks now in the distance than I was looking at in the opposite direction. If you were to turn around, is it just the same there? Or is there anything significant as you look around? Nothing jumps out, just more landscape really. Okay, let's float and drift to another significant time and place. I don't know why, but Beefeater just came to mind, at the palace gates at Buckingham Palace. Do you feel you're in a physical body? Yes. So just look down for me. Do you have any feet? Yes, it feels more like me this time. So look down and describe your feet to me. Are you wearing shoes? I can't tell. Do you feel like you're a young boy or are you a man? It's hard for me to tell again. As you look round, describe to me what you can see. What's around you? I've got this guy in front of me who is pretty big, so I'm guessing I'm pretty young. The railings behind him are pretty dominant, cast iron railings. Then the background just kind of disappears. Do you feel like you're there with anybody? No, I'm on my own, I think. So why are you there today? Not a clue. So what happens next? Where do you go? I feel pretty rooted, just observing. So turn around for me. Are there any others around you? What do they look like if they are? Just normal civilian clothes, just people. The clothes are sort of from this time, this day. As a young boy, you would normally be with an adult, wouldn't you? Yeah, but I can't see or feel them with me. So how do you feel stood there? I feel safe. Let's look around and go towards something that you're drawn to. Well, the gate's a dominant thing, I guess, but they're closed. Do you want to go through the gates? No, I don't think so, but just the fact that something needs to be protected. Okay, so just walk around and describe to me what you see. Just people taking photos and trying to get a reaction from the beefeater. By beefeater, do you mean a big man? Yes, the red outfit with a musket. Is there anything else significant that you want to look at further in this scene? I did visit as a kid, so I don't know if it's the memory. Childhood. I certainly went, perhaps with school trip or with mum and dad. I can't remember. It's okay. Let's drift and float to another significant day in time. What do you see? Nothing. Any colours at all? What colours do you see? Nothing's coming. The more you speak, the more the images will come forward. Mars. Mars comes to mind. But I wonder if the Utah thing is Mars, because I thought that it was Mars with the red colour. Very good. I don't know if I'm overthinking it though. As you look down, do you see anything? Yes, yes. As I look down now, I've got funny feet actually. What do you mean, funny feet? What do they look like? They're green, clawy and lizard-like. Very good. Just look up and describe your legs for me. They're spindly and green. Very good, that's excellent. And do you have any clothing on? No, no outer clothing. If you were to pass your hand in front of your face, what would it look like? Kind of similar, green, 3 or 4 fingers, but I have some sort of helmet on, which is odd because it doesn't fit the rest of my body. If you held a mirror up to your face, what would you be able to see? I can see my face. The helmet, it's kind of like a standard NASA helmet, mainly glass with riveted joints. Not fully glass like a fishbowl, but there is a lot of glass. Very good. So is it just like a helmet you have on? It's a full face helmet down to the neck. What does your face look like? It looks like me when I look back, which is odd. Are you carrying anything? No. Do you have any jewellery on your body? Not as far as I can see. Just this thing on my head, this helmet. As you look around, what do you see? Similar landscape again to what I thought was Utah, but now it's Mars. It's very red. I'd like you to have a walk around. Let's investigate. How do you get around? I walk with my feet on the ground. How many toes do you have? 3, I think. Move to the place where you spend most of your time or where you sleep at night. Describe to me what you can see. So it's half underground, half overground, a bit like a Star Wars type thing. It's made of sandstone. Can you see how to access it? Yes, there's a door on the surface. Great, let's go through that door. Describe what's happening to me as you do this. There's a handle. The doors are made of wood. It's green. The door handle is round. It's on the left-hand side. Let's enter through the door. I see my wife and my babies. What do they look like? They look like humans, like they do now. Describe this house as you go in. It's small, homely, subdued lighting, feels happy. Describe the lighting to me. I think it's electric, an electric light. So sit down and eat a meal. There's a wooden table in the kitchen. It's round. So what are you eating? Fish comes to mind. And who's there with you? My wife and children. We're all eating the same thing. So move forward to where you spend most of your time as this lizard. Whatever you do as a job. I don't feel it. Okay, let's continue to walk around the house. I can see smaller rooms, bedroom areas. Describe these to me. What's in there? It's very dark when I go in there. So if there's a light switch, just turn that on. Yes, I can see a bed. It's pretty standard, made of wood again. So let's go outside of the house. Look around and observe. Tell me what's around your home. What can you see or hear? There's a lot of sand, but there's a glass structure in the distance, like a crystal palace. It's huge. Does it have any shape to it, this crystal palace? It's housing something. Well, describe it to me in more detail. There's a lot of glass panelling with steel or metallic structure, not wood. I guess like a Centre Park's dome, but on a much bigger scale, and not a dome as such, but panelling. Can you see the entrance to the building? No, not really. I see the roof more than anything else. Are there any other buildings around? No, it seems that that's it, and it's pretty big. So look down for me towards the ground and then up to identify where the entrance of the building is. Yeah, so what does it look like? It's very elaborate, Taj Mahal-esque. You know, very ornate. It's not just a door, it's all glass, broken up by metalwork. Fabulous. So let's go in through the door. I see a lot of plants. Interesting. What plants have you got there? Big ones, huge. What colour? All green, a mixture of species. So tap into your inner knowing. What are these plants used for? I'm not sure. Is there anyone around for you to ask? I can't see anyone there. I think it feels like a Noah's Ark of plants, or using the ingredients from them. Is this one room, or one huge room, or many separate rooms? It's one huge room. The plants are large, but there's space above, a lot of space above. What are they planted in? Not pots, they're in the earth. Not like the red earth on Mars, like brown earth from Earth, like we have over here. Let's have a closer look at these plants. Are they all leafy or flowering? Describe them to me. I don't see any flowers, just foliage, but architectural plants, jungle ones. Very good. Let's have a walk around the perimeter just to see if there are any doors or entrances that we may be able to go through. As you look up through the building, with it being glass, can you see anything? Yes, it's blue. The sky is blue. Are there any suns or moons? Yes, there's a sun, just one. There's some kind of lab. Everything's white, clean, right angles, test tubes. Couple of guys. Don't know whether they're human or something else. Take a closer look. As you get closer, they'll come into focus. They're lizards. What sort of shaped face do they have? Amphibian, like a snake. Flattish and wide mouths. Do they have any clothes on? Yes, white jacket, which is confusing. What are they doing? They're working, not sure what they're doing. I want you to connect mind to mind using telepathy and ask them what they're doing. They're breaking the plant components down. They're making something. So look down at your feet again for me. Are you still as you previously described? Yes, I'm still green, 3 toes, green legs. I don't have the helmet anymore though. Hold the mirror up in front of your face. I'm a lizard as well. Do you feel that you work in the lab? No. I'd like you to face a lizard. I can't say it. I'd like you to face the lizard beings that are there and look into their eyes and see if you recognise the seat of their soul from somebody you're having a current life with. No, they seem like strangers. Is there anything else that catches your eye or that you're drawn to? No, the whole lab. There's a lot of stuff, test tubes, petri dishes. It's a huge room, really big. Let's have a walk around the room to gain more detail. There's some jars. One looks to be like roots of stuff. There's a window out there where you can see out into the landscape, and it looks very positive. It feels positive in here. Do you feel the experiments that they're doing? Are they positive or negative? No, they're positive. Let's look at the jars. Describe them to me. They're full of yellowish fluid with plant material in there, whether it's growing or in the store. I get the impression it's like a library of plants, materials that have existed to hang on to them. Lots of jars and lots of plants. As you look down, what's the floor made of? It's a marbly-like substance, very white, clean, shiny and reflective. What about the technology there? It all looks familiar. Let's find a door to go through. Are there any doors or any other entrances? Yes, there's a door. It's red, pillar box red. It's the only bit of colour in the whole room. It's a solid door with a brass handle. Let's go through the door. It's dark, but I've just flicked the light on. Racks upon racks of jars of stuff. Can you identify any of this stuff? They look like seeds of the plants. Walk around the room and see what's in there in more detail. Lots of very high, very similar looking shelves. Repeated, much like a library, but the walkway between are less than 3 feet. Lots and lots and lots of shelves. Is anyone in the room making sure everything's okay there? No one's in here. It was dark when I came in. It's more like a storeroom. So let's go back out of the door. Where do you go now? I'm going back to the lab area where there are a couple of lizard guys where they're working. Are there any other doors at all? Just the one that takes us back to the growing room. Moving forward to another significant day in time. What's happening now? And he was shown some personal scenes in his life at this point, really high points, nexus points in his life. And so then we move forward. What do you see? What's around you? I'm seeing ancient structures, but I'm floating between regions. So float down, 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 and acclimatise yourself to the ground. What do you see? Sandy. The sand's like a beige colour. Do you feel that you have a physical body? No, not this time. I'm looking down. I want you to put your arm out and look to see what's there. Do you have an arm? Is there anything there at all? Yes, there's a wing. It's a wing. Describe it to me. It's bird-like, a classic, like cherub type wing. Do you feel like a small bird or a large bird? Whatever I am, I'm large. I feel large. What colour are your feathers? They're white. Beautiful. So you have a bird's eye view of everything. Yes. I can see the pyramids and Giza and the Sphinx. Are you directly above them? The pyramids are in front and the Sphinx is off to the right a little. I want you to go towards the Giza pyramid and look down. Is there anything significant at the top of there at all when you look down? It's like the head of an obelisk made of quartz, different to the rest of the pyramid that's like a pale limestone. Can you see anyone else on the ground? No. What about the sky? Are there any other birds or winged beings around you? No, none that I can see. I'd like you to fly over to the Sphinx and have a look. I feel pretty effortless flying. I don't think my wings are particularly functional as such. I don't think I need to move them to fly. I just fly. As you come down to land, I just want you to look around. Are the pyramids still functioning? Are they still open? Yes. What makes you say that? There's a glow about it. It doesn't look dead. It looks like energy could shoot out of the top at any second. Where are you now? I'm on the back of the Sphinx, the body. Very good. Is it possible to go inside the Sphinx? Or is it a solid structure that you can't get inside? Yes, there are chambers underneath. Are we able to access those today? I think so. Let's do that. Let's go into one of the chambers. What can you see? It's not particularly huge down there. The rooms aren't very big. There's a couple of urns. Is there anything on them? Seems to be a roll of papyrus. Do people usually access this part of the Sphinx? No, there is probably more, but I can only get into that one room. I want to know more about the pyramid. You say it's still functioning and glowing. Can we just go in there, or is it guarded some way? How do you get in? It's not manned. Let's go in there. Describe to me what's in there. What do you see as you enter? It's not something that you enter as such. You can, but it's like a factory where stuff is getting poured. What's getting poured? Not sure. Can you describe it to me? I think it's iron. It's a reddish, some chemical reaction, alchemy. Who's pouring it? I guess the workers. Can you see them? No. Are you still in the body of the winged bird or the winged being? Yes. Look around and see if you can see anything that catches your eye that you want to look at within the pyramid. Want to go to the big chamber? Okay, let's do that. What do you see? Huge stones, huge. It's dark, and the sound, the echo. What can you hear? It's like a hum. What causes that hum? The energy of the pyramid. So what's the pyramid used for? Energy. What do you do with that energy? We harness it. To do what? Not sure. Something that goes into the stars. Maybe back home. As you look around in this room, what else can you see? There's nothing else in this room. Is your vision quite sharp as a winged person or as a bird? Yes, I think so. It's just a void. It's to do with the resonance. Very good. Are there any more chambers you'd like to look at, or paths that you wish to follow? I guess you can only follow the slopes that take you to the chambers. So describe what you see as you're doing this. I can see some glyphs in the opening. The glyphs aren't hieroglyphs. They're something else. Describe them to me. They're written in red. They're symbols, but not like hieroglyphic symbols. It's a different hand. So what are they used for? What is their purpose? Maybe electrical. So let's move a little further. What's the ground like within the pyramid? I can't tell. Not sure what it's built upon. So let's compress time a little and move forward to when you enter the next chamber. What do you see? It's a liquid. I see a liquid. What liquid is it? Does it have a colour? Yes, it's water. I think it's water. What's special about this water? It's somehow helping to generate the energy. Does the water look like it does on Earth? Does it look the same? Yes. What's the water held in? It's just within the chamber. Is there anyone else in the chamber? No, just water in the chamber, that's it. So let's go outside of the pyramid and look up at the sky. What do you see there? It's dazzling. Why is it dazzling? Very blue, sunny day. So what do you do next? I'm flying. And what do you see? Now I'm at the Eiffel Tower. I see the Eiffel Tower. So describe it to me. I'm in the sky again looking north, but it's off to the west a little. Is this something that connects the Eiffel Tower to the pyramid? Yes. It's a salute to ancient knowledge. So as you look around the tower, does it look as if it's current day or past? It's current day. It looks inhabited. What is it that stands out for you? What catches your attention there? The shape and the fact that the knowledge of the pyramids is known and expressed in that, but it's just the tower to most on the ground. So what's the purpose of the Eiffel Tower? It's symbolic. There are ley lines that connect the Giza to the Eiffel Tower and Stonehenge. Paris is an important spot. So moving forward to another significant day and time in that lifetime, what's happening now? I'm at the Sistine Chapel. I'm in the roof next to the famous painting. Do you still feel as if you're in the body of the bird? I'm still a bird, I think. I would call me a bird, a birdman. I'm more like an angel, how an angel is depicted. Part man, part bird, I think. I can't see my face yet. What do your feet look like? They're adorned in clothing, metallic, sort of legs-ish, but not bird or human. Something in between, but the wings I can see clearly like a swan. If you were to put a mirror in front of you, describe to me what you can see. A younger version of me, a lot of shiny stuff going on around the head, and I'm wearing clothing. Describe the shiny stuff. It's like some sort of crown, sort of interwoven into the hair. Not a crown on top of my head, it's interweaved hair. My hair is mid-brown, curly hair, lighter than my hair. What about your face? Do you have any facial hair? No facial hair. I keep getting the ring that you see on Renaissance paintings and stuff. So do you have hands as well as wings? Yes, they're white. Do you have jewellery on? No rings. There's a crystal around my neck. And what colour is it? It's purple. Is it an amethyst? Yes. Is it surrounded by anything else? It's round and it's surrounded by gold, sort of in a mount. What's the significance of this? Did someone give it to you? I'm not sure. Does it have purpose? I can feel the energy. It feels good to hold. Is there anything else that stands out to you about that's unusual? Are you carrying anything? It sounds corny, but there's a harp. Are you carrying it? Yes. So are you some sort of cherub? Yes, it looks like it. So why are you at the Sistine Chapel? I've arrived straight in the rooftop. I can see the painting, in particular the painting where the two fingers are touching. I feel it's very significant. Are there people in the chapel? Yes. Can they see you? No. They're just everyday people. What sort of clothes are you wearing? What sort of clothes are they wearing? Sorry. They're well dressed and smart. It feels nowish. What do you do in this chapel? I just float around. Are there others that do this? Just me at the minute. Is there anything within the building that catches your attention? Yes. There's like a trapdoor. That sounds intriguing. What does the trapdoor look like? It's under a red rug and there's a wooden door hinged and some stone steps leading down. What does it feel like going down those steps? Like I shouldn't be there. You are safe. Is this a place where people wouldn't normally have access to? No, they wouldn't have access. Describe to me what you can see as you walk down the steps. It's very dark, there's no electrical lighting, and this is cavernous underneath. I want you to hold a mirror up, a torch. I want you to hold a magic torch and turn it on so that you can have a good look around. What do you see? Information, sacred knowledge, texts. There's a huge book, huge. Let's go over to that. And can you see what it says on the front? Are there any images or words? It's mainly images, bright colours. The text is very ornate. Is it written in English? No, I'm not sure what language. Are there many books in there? Loads, in very good condition. I want you to find a book there where there's knowledge we can use today. Use your hand to find the energy of a book that resonates with your soul. Are all the books the same colour? Are they all the same? They're all brown, earthy colours. Is there any information that we can take today? lots of information, but I can't make it out. It's just pretty, like pretty images. Is this cavern quite big? The books, everything's higgledy-piggledy. All the rooms, they hold knowledge. Which room are you in now? They don't give them names as such, it's just a depository. I don't think they're here to be read. I think these books are hidden. Are these books from ancient times? Yes. If I was to ask you if these hidden texts are to do with ancient Egypt, does that resonate with you? Yes, yes, yes it does. Is there anywhere else within this area that you want to look at or investigate today? Anything that catches your eye? No. So where do you go next? Outside. Very good. What do you see as you go outside? I'm looking down at the Sistine Chapel. Can anyone see you as this beautiful cherub? No. What else do you see? I see the roofscape of that area. So let's move forward to the last day in that lifetime of that cherub. Be there now. What's happening? What do you see? I'm kneeling. I'm bowed down with my wings tucked in. What's on the ground? What are you kneeling on? Stone. It feels like a grateful offering. Like there's a greater God above, in front of. Are you able to look up at all? Yes. What do you see? It's like a greater presence, a light, a white light. Beautiful. How does it feel to be in that presence? Good. Yes, it feels good. What's happening now? I'm bowing my head down and hands together, an acceptance, and almost like lights down. What happens after that? I'm just still. Whatever has happened has already happened. What lessons and purpose from that lifetime did you learn? I learned to be kind. Much healing was undertaken during this session. It was fantastic. Much past healing and ancestral healing was done. And there were some questions that we asked the Superconscious that this chap kindly gave me permission to share with you today. And one of them we asked, Superconscious, was there an advanced human race that was almost wiped out? Yes. What happened? It was a comet. Is that likely to happen again? Yes. Is there anything we can do to prevent that? There's technology available to avoid it. Will that be made available to us in the future? I don't think so. Superconscious, why was the Göbekli Tepe covered up purposefully? To hide knowledge. Why did they need to do that? To carry the message after the deluge. Is the moon a natural satellite or a hologram? The universe is a hologram. Yes. Is it possible to show him the moon today, please? Yes. Describe to me what you can see, please. It looks artificial. It's too round and smooth, not enough variation. Are there any structures? Around the dark side? Yes. Can you access that? Yes. What do you see? Industry, building, civilization. Any other beings in there? And then his face dropped. Yes, lizards. Are they the same lineage as you or different? They're bigger and more menacing. Is there any further information there? Yes, there are ships, huge. What shape are they? They're just big. I can't describe their shape. They're big, really big. So the Superconscious did some incredible healing and removing of energies that no longer served this chap's health and well-being and higher self. The Superconscious then came through to let us know that there were some ET implants. They said there are all sorts, very small stuff, there are markers. Where are these within the physical body? And at this point the chap became quite emotional. They float around, all around. And what's the purpose of them? Branding, monitoring, like you'd mark up stock. Who is it who is branding and following him? Those lizards on the moon. This is a free will planet. Has he knowingly given permission for them to do this to his body and to track him? No. Does he want them to track him? No. Superconscious, may I ask that these are removed immediately, please? Yes. And at this point, a white light just flooded his body and removed all the implants and all the trackers. Are all the implants and trackers removed now, Superconscious? Yes. So that was an incredible session. And I've had a few sessions now where men actually have come through in past life regression, QHHT, and said that they were told that they were reptilian, and have described in great detail what they looked like and why they came here. And I find, because we kind of have this perception of reptilian species, and certainly I did before doing QHHT, in actual fact there are different varieties or different species of reptilian, and certainly the ones that I've met have come here to learn love and to learn kindness and compassion, and are wonderful beings, absolutely wonderful. And I'm sure as we go along that more and more of our clients, as we sometimes have people who are shown that they may be translucent blue beings or greys or tall whites, or all those sorts of a myriad of different people and galactic beings. And reptilians is no different. It's a world apart from being a draconian or one of those darker types of reptilian. But really, really good information. Lots for me to go on and research, definitely. Please remember that I'm planning on doing distance healing on a Tuesday evening in UK time. But if you know anybody, or if you'd like to add your name to the list, then just comment below for me and I'll add you to the list. Whether that's emotional healing or physical healing, it doesn't matter. I want to do my part, and I want to be able to help to raise human consciousness at this point in time, and if you just need a little bit to elevate you, I'm more than happy to do that for you or your loved ones. So just pop that below and that'd be great. Sending a massive wave of love to you, and see you next week. Namaste.